Hey, it's Mark. It's probably too late to do a video really tonight for people on the East Coast, but I guess there's some people that are probably on the West Coast or in Central Time in the United States. 'Cause it's like 10:30 here, but I just got back, so I thought I just had to do a video because there's just some really important things to talk about, like especially with Tesla. Like I did this Tesla technical analysis a while back, and I found that it's in a down channel, and it's definitely a bearish chart. Well, I found out that it trades in these long extended channels for months at a time. These really wide channels, like back in from 2021 to basically 2023, it traded in a down channel. If you can see that there, this is what they call a channel with technical analysis because the price goes up and down and up and down in the channel. So I broke out of that, and then what do you know? It went into another channel back in about the summer of 2023 uh, when it topped out there at about 300 share, and it's in another down channel. So you have to respect the down channel that it's in, and you can't expect it to do, you know, crazy stuff when it's still in this down channel. Like back here, if you're long biased before it breaks out of a down channel, that's um, that's not the way to really look at the technicals on it because it's got to break out of the down channel before it can get bullish because it's technically breaking down because every time it goes lower it's a technical breakdown. Like you can see back there, it tried to get out of that down channel back in 2022, but failed. It just did the same thing back here in December. Back in December, it tried to get out of that down channel, but it just went back into it. So as soon as it went back into that down channel, that's a failed signal because that signal that it's going to break out, over and actually get some bullish technicals. It failed. That level there failed back in October here. So so once it went back in this channel, it was clearly, you know, the Bears were back in control. Of course, in hindsight, it was an obvious short, but you never know what could happen. It could have retested and came back up, but now that it's back in this channel, it's definitely bearish, and it's still in. It's even in the down channel, inside the down channel. So it's got this. When you look at it, on the weekly and the dailies here, it's downtrending, very clearly in this line here. Every time it hits the line, it bounces off, right? So it tried to go up, then it bounced off on the earnings, and then it tried to go up here, but it's just a bear flag. So you can clearly see the bear flag where it was up, a few days, because it actually did get oversold. It went below the channel, the down channel support there, and then it went up, and then now it's just cruising back down, down day after day, and because it's inside this channel still, so you have to wait for it to break above this channel until it can get before it gets bullish. So, and this isn't even really outside the box thinking. It's really easy to see if you look at the other companies in the same industry, like in the same, because Tesla sells EV cars. They're not a tech company. They don't sell all their money, all the revenue from AI or Grok or robots, or they basically sell cars right now. They're a car company, so they sell EV cars, and they're being put in the same box with other EV cars, rightfully so, by the market because that's what they do. They sell cars. They're not a tech company. They're not like Microsoft or Google or because if they were, they would be going. The stock would be going up with the other tech companies. But they sell cars. It's pretty simple, and seems like a lot of retail investors get caught up in the hype and the. I guess it's just like misinformation that they're actually tech, like an AI company or a robot company or something right now, which they're not. They could be, we'll see, but But like as I was saying, if you look at the other EV companies, the other EV car companies, they're doing the exact same thing. Like Neo, like maybe I'm the only one watching like that actually looks at the whole sector here. I'm trying to build up my sector or my EV cars watch list here just so I can get a better feel even for the industry. And so I've got Rivian, Lee, Neo. I just added XPEV, and I've got VinFast. Um, but I mean, all the Americans hate VinFast though, so it's not even really in the same wheelhouse right now. But the big companies like Lee, other ones well, there's not like a lot of good companies, at least for the U.S. cars. But if you look at the Neo chart, does this looks familiar, doesn't it? This looks pretty familiar to me. Oh wait, is it? It looks exactly like the Tesla chart. Uh, it's it did a down channel and then a bear flag. So let's see. Yeah, is it? It looks the same, doesn't it? Kind of there. Yeah, it's a down channel. Yeah, and it's still going down there. Yeah. I wonder what that is. Maybe it's because they still the same kind of thing there. Maybe not. But Tesla's a tech company, though, right? Oh no, I guess not. So yeah, so I've been watching Neo for a while now. I started really watching it when it came up to this support level here. I thought there was a chance it was gonna bounce off of that, but it just blew right through it. And the Neo stock's been a mess too. It's actually making new lows now. New They might be all-time lows. Looks like no, it looks like it was lower back in the 2020, but it's making new lows from this down channel here. So it's kind of doing what Tesla's doing here. Look, the past week or two here, see how it looks exactly like the Tesla chart. That's because they're in the same business. They sell the same thing. So the street hasn't been rewarding this industry at all, obviously. And I think what kind of helped me sort of crystallize that is I've been following the EV charging companies for a while too. And but before we go to those, let's look at the rest of them. So Lee Motors is the same thing. Lee Auto, it's messy chart. It's actually seems a little better technically than a lot of other ones. It's holding levels, but it's still been downtrending past several months here. And the XBEV, I just added that one, and XBEV's coming up on some major support here, about $6 at about 630. It's coming down to that, so I expect it to test it. I actually had an alert set. I'm gonna try to get short this or with some puts. I'm gonna long some puts to try to get, because this one's a really consistent dropper too. And I think it easily goes to like 6 to that support, and it might take it out, but I think it's at least gonna get there. Kind of same thing with the Rivian is sort of trailing the rest too. It's it's not quite at the lows, but it's coming up on some other levels. It really looks like it's gonna break through here too. It's been holding up, but I don't think it can hold up if the whole industry is going down here. So I think Rivian can easily go down to $12 because that's the next level. It's right at about like 1190s, $12 is that next level down here, that red line. So that could be a good short too if we really do break down here below 1459. And what I was saying though, the charging stocks have been getting crushed for over a year now, and I was shorting them a lot in 2023. are buying puts, and they've been really weak too. So kind of makes it a little clearer when you think about how what the EV companies are doing too, because if the EV companies were doing great, these stocks would be doing better, right? So it's at least as far as sentiment goes. I mean, I don't think Rivian's not doing as bad as people thought, but you know these stocks kind of paint the picture of what's going on too with EVs, with EV, with the sentiment as far as the market goes. I mean, EV companies are going to be around and they're going to be doing great for years, but right now the market doesn't like them, so they're they're going down. So you have to kind of respect that. And EVgo is coming up on a level again. I mean, BLNK is down too. You kind of look at these charts and see how there's down, 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 right? So it would be kind of surprising if all the EV car companies were as up, opposite. So I've been following those, and that kind of helps me with my bias on Tesla, because I guess there is a lot of retail money in Tesla too. So there's like, I mean, it's mostly just like algos and like it's like quants traded and stuff, but I guess the retail money helps a lot with the exits or with profitability of these institutions. So I still think Tesla can come back down to. This is just a rough channel support there, so you can see how it does respect these channel levels, like it bounced off there at the top of these resistance. So it could overshoot, like, a lot of times these levels don't turn out to be perfect. They do overshoot. So in that case, it could easily go to, to the like 150s, 160, probably about on the mark, 160, 165. This is just kind of estimating about what it's gonna look like when it comes down here. But I'm still long the TSLA puts, which is the TSLA is the bullish ETF on Tesla. So the print today, like the intraday action was just crazy. Like I don't think I've ever seen Tesla. So I used to try to trade it intraday, and it was just really tough to scalp. But today was amazing. The drop was just there is no buy algos on this thing at all. Like it's like the volume just dried up, or maybe somebody was dumping. I mean, the thing is, like, it used to go down pretty much every day for a long time because apparently they said Elon Musk was dumping a lot of his stock to buy Twitter. I mean, that was like a long time ago, but it just makes you wonder who's selling here, if it's actually somebody's dumping. I don't really follow the volume enough to know if it was significant volume today, but I've never seen it drop like that really. Even on even on those days, I think when Elon was selling shares and dumping shares, I don't think it ever had a chart like that for more than like 30 minutes or so. But it's usually pretty choppy and like it's just got algos all over it, so it's hard to read. But that was just straight down today. I mean, that's why I decided to hold my puts overnight, because there was some really forceful selling, and this just seemed like a bounce. It just seemed like it got actually oversold. Yeah, see, that's those are the levels to look at on the more intraday. So yeah, see, it just came back up to that, to where it was. That's basically like a bear flag, because all these moves up have been bear flags. So that was a bear flag there. That was a bear flag there. That was a bear flag there. So I think this is another bear flag right there. Just the way it actually kissed right off of that level too. See, it hit right off of my channel level. But it's just a rough channel level. It actually might be like more like there. But it's based on where these bear flags have been ending. That one was like an overshoot. But you kind of get my point here. It's like the stock's going down in this channel. So it's in these channels inside of channels. Yeah. So the long-term channel is down because the high was back in July 23. That's the short-term high. So it's just been going down from there, and like any day now, it's gonna be like short-term oversold, so it's gonna catch another bounce. But hopefully that's like in a couple days because I've still got these puts. But I took a big gamble on that. Like could have been a mistake, but we'll see. So that's kind of the EV market and what to expect from Tesla stock. Because the technicals are really easy to read for me. Um, I guess it's something to do with maybe all the computers that trade it, but the the technicals are really easy to read. Like you got these channels inside this down channel. I mean, back there it was really tough to read because it was outside the channel of the down channel, but it hasn't put in a technical bottom from this move down. So that's that, and I haven't looked at anything else really. It's probably best for me to put my trades on Twitter or put the setups on put my setups and stuff I'm seeing on the Twitter X platform because uh, I don't do videos like all during the day. It's better for me to do videos at night. So this take a while to upload too. So I'll just keep putting stuff on the Twitter X because that's one of the better platforms for stocks really. I was thinking maybe like starting a Telegram or a Discord, but I don't think there's enough people to really at least enough I don't have enough followers probably to make that work or to be worthwhile. At least for now. But for now, I'm just put my stuff on Twitter on X. So if you think my videos make sense sometimes, or you like the way I think about stocks and anything, check out my Twitter. It's they changed the name to X. Like the company's now called X, but it still has the Twitter URL. So my handle's just like my YouTube stock pursuit, but it's got a little underslash between the stock and the pursuit, so it's stock underscore pursuit right there. And I'm very active. Sometimes I'm more active than other days, but like there's nothing new over the weekend, so I didn't tweet or I didn't post. And but this morning I put out the Tesla setup, and I was bearish on it this morning before the open, and there's a huge move off that. So I'll try to just put out my best setups really. Like I tend to put out a lot of charts and stuff, but I don't always put out just the best ones. But because sometimes the average setups can turn into good ones, but I'll keep putting stuff out here because I really nailed it. I nailed this Tesla call before the open. But I've been in the TSLA for a while, so it just kind of went my way. It just happened to go my way there. Because the TSLA is the bull ETF. So it pretty much does what Tesla does, but I got the puts on this one, and the premiums are a lot lower, so you can buy more. I think the premiums are like really low on this one. Whereas if you buy the Tesla options, um, they're always going to be really high premium, which doesn't really mean they're worse, but sometimes I wonder about. I mean, if you look at the popular stocks, they're usually you're not going to get a deal on the options usually. So I haven't seen what's going on, but it looks like it looks like the Russell was weak again. So this doesn't really help the Bulls case, but I'm not even sure this is updated. Is this updated? Yeah, I guess it's updated. Because I could have sworn Rewalk was up. Yeah, it's up a little bit. Or barely. Yeah, so the Russell's got to get something going here. Looks like it's going to be in a range again. And, man, these regional banks, I think there could be good trades, and if they keep going down on the short side. Like, the NYCB was pretty crazy, and I was kind of pissed I missed that because I just happened to be I was trading the banks, the regional banks that were going down last year. I was actually in KRC puts, or was I can't even think of the ticker now. It was the one that blew up. I can't think of it, but I was in that stock, the puts like over like after the first day. But look at NYCB is still going down here. That's pretty wild. So these other banks might do the same. But I've kind of been looking at the short side, like looking at shorts more, because a lot of the juice is already squeezed, and a lot of tech, like big stocks the past couple of years. So for the past year, so if something's going down when the market's going up, it's just way easier to trade for me. I mean, yeah, you can pick spots in certain companies here on the long side, but seen a lot of stuff going sideways. But that VRT was still going with the like Nvidia. But yeah, any day tech's gonna have like a pullback. Still holding in there. But yeah, I'll just wrap this video up because I was gonna do a really quick one on Tesla. And yeah, the other great trade the other trade I had on was the AMC. I was talking about this one as a bearish setup, like a short setup, the other day, and I put the position on actually like really late because I was thinking of shorting it back there, and I don't know what I was thinking, but I finally shorted it like around the breakdown again there, and then it decided to go sideways again. So I missed my calls didn't, or my puts didn't really hit. So if I had rolled them or something the other day, I would have been up huge today because yeah, my strike was like 390, but that was the weeklies. So I should have bought monthlies. It was my mistake. I should have, because I had the right read on this one. Short side, and we're breaking down again. And I still think this still set up here. Like I may have to go in puts again if it breaks down. That 360 is the level. If we hit 359, because this thing loves to just go down day after day, and that's kind of perfect stock to be in on the short side. So yeah, there's like a bunch of other stocks I could talk about here because I've been following a lot of stuff, but the FNMA is still holding in there. on the long side. Yeah, RGTI look, that was like a fake out there, man. Yeah, I think yeah, it's been harder for me to pick perfect spots in these long setups, and just I can really keep focusing on the shorts because there's still a lot of them, like in these EVs and AMC. And I gotta go through my scans. There's probably a lot more too. Looks like a pretty mixed day today. Pretty bad day really. And the rig was easy too. Like I'm not even sure I put those on, but that was like an easy one for me to read too, because that bear flag. That bear flag was an easy read, and then we were just breaking down here. So hopefully I did put those on the other day, but I've got two options accounts and some long-term stuff too, so I don't always remember every account, but the those are the things I'm looking at. So yeah, oil, like these oil producers short, and EV companies. So yeah, I'll wrap it up there, and I'll catch you later.